In today's video, what I want to cover is how you can get set up for an exit. Now, although this is not really talked about in the industry, in e-commerce, in direct-to-consumer, this is still a goal that is on a lot of founders' minds. Every founder, I believe, dreams of that sexy exit, that sexy 10x, 12x multiple exit, where you're getting 40 million, 50 million, even 100 million for your brand that you've worked so hard for. You can retire, you can go on vacation, whatever, right? You're set up for life with this exit. This is the reason why majority of people build companies, right? They want to one day build a company, exit, or even build something as an asset, give it down to their family. Although this is not always going to be the case, every founder has a different objective, things change. If we were to lay the foundations from the very beginning, if we're coming into brands, if we're less than $1 million a year in revenue, if we were to build from scratch, the right processes, the right foundations, the right fundamentals, building with the right principles, what's going to happen is as the brand scales, as the brand grows, as new levels are reached, the overall profitability, the overall EBITDA of the company is increasing. Because you can have it to where you can scale your revenue, you can have high numbers, right? But if your net profit isn't aligned, well then your EBITDA is going to lower as a return. Your valuation of your company is going to lower. How do I know this? Well, I have relationships with a couple of mergers and acquisitions investors who build up and buy eCom businesses. I would say the investment game is getting more sophisticated. A lot of investors are asking for EBITDA. They're looking at financials. They're looking at front-end profit. They're looking at churn rate and looking at ultimately how centralized is the system. If a brand is solely reliant on ad agencies to scale their company, that has less of a value proposition versus a brand that's solely sufficient with just a fully remote in-house team. Now, the beauty behind understanding these principles is when you do build from scratch, you can build from scratch with the right protocol. Now, let me break it down to you on how you can increase your EBITDA, how you can increase the valuation of your company. The first step is you want to raise your first order profit. Now, how do we achieve first order profit? Well, we either need a lower front-end cost per action or front-end CPA, or we need a higher average order value. One of those scenarios has to take place to make a profit, right? It's either a cheap CPA with the same AOV or a high CPA with a higher AOV that maximizes that profit efficiency. Now, in the grand scheme of things, we're always trying to reduce our front-end CPA, but it comes with time, it comes with testing, it comes with iterations from the said creative tests. So that's not going to happen overnight. Whereas it's far easier for us to come in and raise the overall average order value on the front end, because if the brand has multiple winning SKUs, we can create bundles, put them together, couple that with a no-brainer offer, push that on the front end. That's how we can turn first order profit. The second area or framework to increase your EBITDA is ultimately you want to reduce your churn. How can we extend the LTV to get our customers to come back and buy from our business? Well, if you're an apparel company, if you're, I would say, in that designer space, luxury goods, you can drop consistent collection drops, specifically like t-shirts or socks or different variant colors. I've seen it with Apple Watch bands, whatever. You just want to constantly come out with a new model or new product SKU at least every quarter, or ideally every single month, right? It could be something simple, shirt of the month. It could be something simple, Apple Watch band of the month, whatever. But when you have consistent new product collection drops, you're actively getting your existing customer base to buy back from your business. So that's one way we can reduce churn, is by consistency or actively looking to drop collection drops when consumer behavior is all-time high. So this is going to be like your one-off holidays. This could be either, if you can plan a collection drop leading up to like Father's Day, Mother's Day, 4th of July, back to school, like these one-off seasonality pushes helps with maximizing your efficiency ratio, reducing churn, and when you do drop collection drops, raising your overall AOV, increasing your overall front-end revenue. Now, the last phase that's going to couple and solve a lot of these issues, especially with LTV, is having a dedicated community. You can build a community. You can send traffic via Discord. You can send traffic to, even if you want to be specifically build like a platform, you can use School to host your customer base, or you can just use Facebook groups. Doesn't matter. But the benefits with using Facebook groups, if you're running Facebook ads, is you're going to see lower CPMs. You're going to see lower CPAs. Over time, what's going to happen is when you release new products, you're going to see higher engagements on all your ads. You're going to see word of mouth increase. You're going to see a lot of these second and third order consequences occur because you have a dedicated community where your customers can go, talk to other individuals, share feedback with your products, and ultimately just build that overall social proof and engagement that is ultimately lacking across the majority of brands and the DTC space. So if I'm looking to get set up for an exit, I want a high multiple. Well, I need front-end profit, I need a reduction in churn, and I need a dedicated community that shows diversity. I don't want to build a brand that is only reliant on one influencer. That doesn't look good for investors. If I'm looking to exit with the highest multiple, I need to be diversified. I need to have an internal team structure, but also I have the ability to expand with remote talent or could outsource, right? If I need to, if I need a hired consultant to come into the company, I can't. But regardless, all in all, these are the scenarios. This is the pathway so that you can have the highest EBITDA possible, right? Front end profit, reduction in churn, building a community. If you're looking to get set up for an exit, you're tired of getting burned by ad agencies, you want the exact process, but you lack the time to implement it, you can check out scalevelocity.io. We help brands skip the headache, skip getting burned by ad agencies. We just fully place everything they need internally with our done for you / done with you hybrid system. So if you're interested, check that out at scalevelocity.io. You can see our protocol, you can see our case studies, our testimonials. With that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next one.